Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we got some SUPERTRAMP in the house, and I wanted to thank GREYBEARD for choosing this band. This band is pretty special. Like Alexia, she knows a bit more than I do, and but I've always loved everything I've ever heard. I've never really heard a bad song. Maybe there was just one that wasn't as well, I wouldn't call them like a, I guess, yes, they were a progressive rock band, but they also turned into more like a commercially sounding band, and we've heard some stuff. We reacted to a song. I don't remember right now the name of the song, but it wasn't really that, you know, the impact wasn't as strong. I'll look it up right now in a second which song I'm talking about. But so today we're gonna listen to 4 songs by SUPERTRAMP, and I know, knowing GREYBEARD, all these songs are gonna be amazingly complex and fun, and because, you know, we know GREYBEARD, he knows us. So, and yeah, so without further ado, let's get started here. We're gonna start with the album that I have here on the back, Crime of a Century, which I think I've heard once, you know, and but I don't remember, so I can't really say I know the song, so it's still a first-time reaction. Because if I did listen to it, it must have been maybe 10 years ago or longer, like before I even met Alexia. And what was so funny, because at the time when we met, my email was Dream Theater numbers. I still have it, so that's why I'm not giving it out. But it's Dream Theater, blah blah blah, at blah blah blah. And hers was Alexia SUPERTRAMP, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh my God, you like SUPERTRAMP? And yes, of course. So that was kind of cool. So yeah. So we're going to do Bloody Well Right from Crime of the Century. This is 1974. What a year. I mean, it keeps popping up this year, 1974. What the actual, like, wow, so much good music coming out. And then from the same album, we're going to do Hide in Your Shell. So I think the only song that I would remember from this album is, let me see. I think School, because Alexia plays that one a lot. School. And then I remember Dreamer being in a movie with Robert De Niro, and it was like a comedy, like of sorts. And Crime of a Century, I remember that one well. But everything else, like Bloody Well Right, Hide Your Shell, Asylum, Rudy. If everyone was listening, I honestly don't even remember the names. So, but I've Crime of a Century, I think it was that these 3 were on the best of, I'm sure. So, but yeah. So, but I'm super excited because, I mean, it's in the back, you know, of it's in our background, this album. So we should like do like a full album like soon or something. And then we're going to listen to from Crisis, What Crisis? Sister Moonshine. This is from 1975, so a year after. And then even in the quietest moments, Fool's Overture, this 10-minute epic. We've done some good stuff from this one. I think it was even in the quietest moments. We have it on the channel, and that was a video that a lot of people loved. And what's the one that we did that pretty much everyone said, oh, it's just like commercial, you know, SUPERTRAMP? I think Famous Last Words. I think it's Raining Again. That's the one that people were like, well, you know, it is what it is, but it's not really, I'm not really a fan of that SUPERTRAMP. And yes, I mean it was still good, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't, you know, that epic SUPERTRAMP that we all love. But yeah, that's the list. And give me 1 second. I wanted to see if there were some notes by GREYBEARD. I don't think so. But I'm just checking. Just checking really quickly if he added something. Okay, it says, I've been wanting to do this marathon for a while with you. A full SUPERTRAMP marathon. These dudes are in my top 5 of all time. Yeah. And I see Joe has been doing some tracks with you lately, so I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring as well. Here you go, my man. Love you, man. Thank you, GREYBEARD. And it says the last track is an epic. Please enjoy this to the fullest. If any on if any one of these you've heard already, I could suggest more. Well, you know, that's why I was like, I mean, I don't remember anyone, you know, I just don't. So I think we're good. This is gonna be a first time experience for me. So all right, so without further ado, give me 1 second and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Thank you so much again, Eric, for sponsoring this marathon. I appreciate it. And everyone, if you're new to the channel and if you're new to SUPERTRAMP, I hope you enjoy. If you enjoy the video, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff that we say. But yeah, I really hope if you're new to SUPERTRAMP that you enjoy this amazing band. And if you're a SUPERTRAMP fan, well, let's see if you enjoy these picks. I'm sure you will. GREYBEARD has amazing taste. So here we go with Bloody Well Right. Here we go. All right. Some nice jazz here. Without and blues. Wow. This song is like boom 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 boom, like it. And then I love that they go back to their SUPERTRAMP, the piano driven, you know. Wow, what a masterpiece. God damn, I love it. So good. This whole intro, like the whole like jazzy blues, you know, piano leads into this, you know, like wow. And then they go back again. Wow, it's just such a, what a band, man, honestly.
Don't care anyway. Write your problems down in detail. Take 'em to higher place. Your magic girl, no, I shouldn't say where. In the meantime, hush your face. Right, right, you're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say. Right, you're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say. You're bloody well right. You know you're right to say.
The bass.
Yeah, you're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say. You got a bloody 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 right to say.
That bass. That sax solo. Wow, too short. Oh, okay. This is the next song. Okay, so it basically bled into the next. That's amazing. Wow. I wouldn't mind, you know, teaching that bass line to Alexia. That's a cool bass line. This whole song is incredible. Yeah, if you guys like, you know, the Dan members, that's a good album. I would I would love to do this, you know, a full album of this. How long is it? 44 minutes? You know, it's good. That would, you know, end up in a 2-hour video, I'm sure. you know, because we talk about so much stuff. But yeah. Okay, let's continue. Let me just restart this Hide in Your Shell track, and it's almost 7 minutes long. Yeah, I think this one was a little bit too short. I would have just loved a little bit more. What a great track. But I mean, you know, it ended for a reason. All right, here we go. Hide in Your Shell, same album.
Hide in your shell, 'cause the
That-
world is out to bleed you for a ride. What will you gain making your life a little longer? Heaven or hell? Was the journey cold that gave you eyes of steel, sheltered behind, painting your mind and playing joker? what to tell you. I, as a boy, I believed the same. The cure for pain was love. How would it be if you could see the world through my eyes?
Wow.
Fire's becoming colder. Think you're getting older. Looking for someone to give an answer. What you see is just illusion. You're surrounded by confusion. Same lies begun to cheat you. Friends are out to beat you. Grab on the rod you can scramble for. Don't let the tears linger on inside now. For the short time you gain control. If I can help you, if I can help you, if I can help you, just let me know. Let me show you the nearest time. Get your heart back on the road. If I can help you, if I can help you, if I can help you, just let me know.
Wow.
I wanna know.
Wow. Wow. This song is so good. Like everything about it. It's so, there's so much happening. I can't even comprehend. I love the piano bass. The dum dum ba dum 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 ba dum dum dum. The bass is beautiful. I love this. I love the harmonies, you know, how they harmonize. I mean, it's not just harmonies, it's the way they sing. And I love that they have such a defined sound. The band has such a defined sound. It's like, it's instantly recognizable. Oh, it's Supertramp. Even though you don't know the song, it's like it's Supertramp. Because something about it, man. And it's just the way they compose. This is the music that I love. This kind of like complexity, but still without it going too crazy, you know, without it sounding too out there. I think this band is just very special because it knew how to be proggy but still appeal to like the mass audience. I mean, it sounds pretty progressive, you know, and it's still like in the realm of like Alan Parsons Project or Pink Floyd, you know. It's proggy, but it's not too out there like other bands, which I don't mind, you know. I don't mind it being too progressive, but this is just, it's so beautiful. Like this music, like that's like the music that like I could like literally cry, you know, right now, because it's so good. It's just, you know, but not cry because I'm happy, you know. It's such a good place. It's so stimulating that it's like releasing all sorts of good stuff, you know. And I could cry out of happiness that this music like exists, you know, literally. It's really bizarre feeling, you know. It's like you listen to it and you're like, man, you know, everything else doesn't matter. That kind of thing, you know. Yeah. Man, I wouldn't mind doing this again, you know. There's like these songs, some of like I write down songs that just, you know, are very special where I have something else happens, you know. Most of the music that I listen to on the channel is amazing, you know, amazing, but there's some tracks that are just on a different level, you know. It just happens. I'm sure it happens to you too. Maybe not with this, but with, you know, whatever it may be. But this one I would love to re-listen to with Alexia. I just want to see her face, you know. And there was another song in another marathon I did yesterday. I'm like, I'm gonna redo this with Alexia, and I think it's just like I have to, you know. This one, for example, I don't know which one. I think this one was even better than Bloody Well Right, even though I love the heaviness of Bloody Well Right. But this was just oof. And maybe it's gonna be the Fool's Overture who's gonna do the trick. But one of these tracks will get a reaction with Alexia, I promise you guys. So just like I did with Narvik's Rush Marathon, I chose a song, and all of them are so good though. And all album openers, you know, like I don't know, Alexia has a soft spot for those. So Crisis What Crisis, here we go with Sister Moonshine. So good. It's Marathon.
You have to pay if you lock your dreams away. If no one wants to listen, what's the story? I wish I'd been a minstrel. Just think of all the maidens I'd recall. Oh, I wish I'd been a gypsy. Then maybe I could read the crystal ball. 'Cause surrounded by these walls just makes me feel uneasy. Hey, Sister Moonshine, won't you send me a little sun? I said, hey, Sister Moonshine, I'm a stranger to everyone. So think it's all laugh, think it's all cry, think it's all give, think it's all try. Give us a secret. Show us the light. We'll strike up the music, light the sky.
See how amazing this sounds, and they're not even using the keyboard in this one. It's just like, it doesn't matter what they play. I mean, it's and the keyboard, you know, the is their signature like sound, because that's when you recognize them. But even with the strumming, this guitar strumming here, and there's so much good the drumming, the bass and the voice. I mean, the way he sings, there's so much feel in there. Like the way he sings really high, but it's so good. It fits so well. Oh man, it's just superb, this whole thing. I can't wait for Fool's Overture. That's gonna, like, I guess, blow my mind. But wow, I'm just so surprised with this band every time. And I just wish, and we talk about this a lot, you know, the reaction channel curse, because instead of just like going, you know, full power into like a band and listening to everything, you can't really do that, because then you can't really like say, well, this is a first time reaction, you know. So yeah, in a way it sucks, because I mean, that's why every time when I make a marathon or a video, I'm super happy, because now that's a track that I unlocked forever, you know. I can listen to it forever. But it sucks, because when we're doing all the Steely Dan reactions, for example, I was like, man, I just want to listen to more, and we would have to wait days and weeks, and just to have the time and enough, and not to do too much, because then other people that want to listen to other other music, then they leave, you know. So you have to kind of like find your balance so everybody is kind of happy, you know. And so you deprive yourself of the music, you know. It sucks. It's not a good feeling. So in the end, yes, you have the discovery, and then you're done, you know, with certain albums. And that's why I love doing full albums, because it's just one thing. Like, boom, we just did Aerosmith, you know, and it was amazing, you know. And I'm happy that we just did it in one, you know, one sit down. We listened to the whole damn thing. It's wonderful. And that's why I wouldn't mind doing a full album of SUPERTRAMP, because it's so good. All right, let's keep going.
Moonshine, won't you send me a little sun? I said, hey, Sister Moonshine, I'm a stranger to everyone. Think it's all right.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so this is the epic one. So I just wanted to mention we do have Breakfast in America, the full album on Patreon if you want to check that out, of course. And that was amazing. Oh my god. So I was just like thinking like, man, that would be so cool to see Supertramp, but to my, unfortunately they disbanded in 1988. So Roger Hodgson left the band in 1983 to pursue a solo career. Wow. So he's like the main guy, I guess, and however, Rick Davies continued to lead the band and record albums, though they didn't achieve the same success as their earlier work. In 2010, Davies reformed the band for its 40th anniversary. Wow. And again in 2015. So now the band must be 55 years old. That's crazy. And then it says, and again in 2015, though the tour was canceled when Davies was treated for cancer. Well, at least, like, for example, we can't see Pink Floyd, or we can watch Roger Waters or David Gilmour in their respective, But there's an amazing band called Brit Floyd, and they sound just like the real deal. We saw them at Red Rocks. It was literally like watching Pink Floyd, I guess, people performing the albums literally as they were recorded. Or Get the Let Out, Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin was more like a live jam. Everything I've seen Led Zeppelin do live on YouTube or the movie, the song remains the same. It's all like they never really played the songs like the CD or the LP or whatever. And I do like that when people stick to the song the way it was recorded. So Led Zeppelin would be more like a jam. They would just drag it out for like 20 minutes, And I do love the cover band Get the Let Out because they also play the songs just the way they were recorded. It's a trip. So we always watch them. We always watch Get the Let Out, and we always watch Brit Floyd. And I would love that if there was a band that does a Supertramp cover band, Like we have seen a Steely Dan cover band. Oh my lord. And they're from Denver. They're called Citizen Dan. Oh my god. They play like Steely Dan, honestly. Like everything sounds exactly the same. So it's really cool. And we've seen the real Steely Dan live, but it's just Donald. And, it's Donald with amazing musicians. But we saw him in an arena, so the sound was just too far away. It didn't sound good. But yeah. So if you guys know of a Supertramp cover band, let me know. Okay. So this one is going to be the epic one here, 10 minutes. And it's still going to be too short for me. 10 minutes. Here we go. Fool's Overture from Even in the Quietest Moments. How masterful. The year my favorite Pink Floyd album came out.
On to the end. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall defend
Churchill.
our own, whatever the cost may be. We shall never surrender.
History recalls how great the fall could be.
Okay. I'll rewind. I was like, wow. Like, first of all, like the setup of the song, you know, the whole the first chords, and I love how everything was set up so beautifully, and then we get this famous you know, speech by Churchill that's also actually in a song by Iron Maiden, which is wonderful. And then this the setup does this da 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 da. And I was like, I was thinking, wow, that is amazing, like this theme here. And then I was like, I was thinking, like, I was like, how are they gonna resolve this? Like, how are they gonna like continue? How are they gonna keep this up? How are they not gonna like make it sound less or fade it out? And then this bam bam bam, you know. It's like, wow, like I don't need drugs, you know, to be high. when I have this kind of music. This is amazing. And I'm happy that then dun 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 bum bum bum, like that's just like when I said I can't, you know. And I love that they did figure out to fade it out, and now they're starting this whole new section. This is proggy as hell. I love it though. It's so subtly and so carefully, you know. It's not like, actually it's not like abrupt, you know. It just like, I haven't, this is the one I have to show. I'm sure she knows this because she's a SUPERTRAMP like fan, but I don't care. Let's just do a re-listen. I want to see her face listening to this with headphones, because I want to see if it blows her away. I felt literally like goosebumps the entire time. And you know, not everything does that to me, you know, anymore. I mean, yes, it does happen a lot, but it has to be something, you know. So let's go. Let's go back.
History recalls how great the fall can be while everybody's sleeping. The boats put out to sea, borne on the wings of time. It seemed the answers were so easy to find. Too late, the prophets cry. The island's sinking, let's take to the sky. Called the man a fool, stripped him of his pride. Oh, everyone was laughing up until the day he died. Oh, though the wound went deep, still he's calling us out of our sleep. My friends, we're not alone. He waits in silence to lead us all home. So you tell me that you find it hard to grow. Well, I know. And you tell me that you've many seeds to sow. Well, I know.
That was, oh my God, amazing. That was literally one of the best songs I've heard ever. This was, and then the feeling he had in his voice, that's what made me cry. Like, I could not, like, the way that he was like singing so like very high pitched, that of always gets me, but the feeling in his voice, and it was also the what he was singing about, you know. Oh man, these lyrics were amazing, you know. This whole like when he's like talking about us being in our beds, you know, and while everybody's sleeping, the boat's put out to sea, you know. Oh man. And then also it says history recalls how great the fall can be, you know. Yeah. Just this whole thing, you know, this whole song was like, that's the one I'm gonna do. Like, I don't care if Alexia's heard it before, I just want to see her face. You know, with the headphones, you know, because it's really loud, you know. This is like really loud. Sometimes I do lower because it can cause like a headache or something, but I was like, I don't care. With Supertramp, I'm not gonna go soft, you know. I'm not hurting my ears either, you know, but it's pretty loud. It's like, you know, for a musician it's okay. But this was amazing. Thank you, Greybeard. This was amazing. Like, yeah, that's the music I need in my life. Like, this is the music that inspires me to want to be, you know, a musician, you know. Even though nowadays you can't be really, I mean, you can, but you know, you can't really, like, if you compose this music, nobody would appreciate it. That's the sad story. You know, nobody would get it. It's just, it would be, why is there no singing? You know, like in the 10, if there's, you play 5 minutes of instrumental music, then why is there no singing? You know, like you get comments like that and you're like, oh God, you know. Yeah. It's just music of its time, and it's an amazing time. It must have been amazing to be, you know, in your 20s, in your mid-20s, and listen to this music, or as a teenager, or even as in your 30s or whatever, you know. I mean, aren't we all still young, you know? Once we hit 50 and 60, I mean, what is age anyways, you know? I mean, when I talk to Greybeard, you know, like I feel like I'm talking to a young man, you know, who's just, unfortunately, you know, we all age and we ache and we have pains and shit, you know, but I mean, our soul is always going to be young. So isn't that a bummer, you know? Yeah. It's like my mom, you know, like my mom can handle it, you know, because even though she had this horrible accident when she was in her 30s, and she basically died, you know, and everything, and she had like this amazing experience, but she got back up on her feet, you know. She was unable to walk for like a year or two. She basically fell 30 meters. I don't even know how many feet that is, but on her head while she was mountain climbing, and she was just a mess for 2 years, and she had to relearn pretty much everything. But now now she feels it, you know. Now at 78, she's like, you know, I can't do shit anymore. And it's really difficult, because she's always been very young, and her soul has always been very young, you know, and she can't handle the age. And I get it, you know. Everyone that I know who is, you know, getting older, it's just difficult, you know. But well, let's not dwell on these things. I'm going full like there was beautiful music. Thank you so much, but it made me think a lot, you know. So this was just wonderful. I appreciate it. Greybeard, thank you so much. I love you, man. You know that, and I love all you guys, all the people that comment, and we have a wonderful family here with the channel, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, because I was somewhere else, man. You know, you don't need drugs to fly with this kind of music, you know. So again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate, please, if you enjoyed this, I would appreciate if you know, give Greybeard a thank you or something kind, you know, because they, you know, people sponsor these videos, and you know, it's coming out of their pockets to, you know, to make this happen, and so I can take the time and stuff like that, you know. So I appreciate it very, very much. So if you can just give him a thank you, like, hey man, awesome marathon, stuff like that, that would really be nice. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.